prosecutors say not only is Sean Combs not entitled to bail, but essentially he shouldn't even get a hearing on this. And remember, Combs is currently in detention at the Metropolitan Detention Center out in Brooklyn, New York, after being denied bail by other judges. The main issues keeping him locked away are that the courts have held that the prosecutors have shown that he is a danger on the outside, he's a potential flight risk. Most notably was evidence put forward that he had been improperly contacting victims and witnesses in this case.
Y'all, Diddy's own attorney just walked straight out, leaving everyone's jaws on the floor. And let me tell you why. Because some absolutely shocking new evidence just came to light that had even his lawyer running for the hills.
In the Sean Diddy Combs case have until today to give answers for how the music mogul has been communicating from jail.
Because my next guest just testified before a federal grand jury. He says he was in possession of a trove of digital evidence from Diddy's freak-offs and parties.
We made a bail appeal to Judge Carter. It did not go our way.
Now, let me spill this scalding hot tea about why Diddy can't get bail. A phone call between him and his son Christian just leaked, and chilly, it is messy. The prosecutors caught Diddy trying to tamper with witnesses right from behind bars. After promising the court he wouldn't make any unauthorized calls, here he is, allegedly trying to influence witnesses like he's directing a movie. The audacity.
The court has evaluated each of the factors that it must consider under the relevant law. 1, nature and circumstances of the offense charged. 2, weight of the evidence against the person. 3, history and characteristics of the person. And 4, nature and seriousness of the danger that would be posed by the person's release. And it also says that the court has also reviewed the information submitted by Combs and the government across all 3 bail hearings in this case. As you remember, Sean Combs was denied bail both by a magistrate judge and a district court judge. Judge Subramanian writes, the court finds that the government has shown by clear and convincing evidence, so that's the standard, that no condition or combination of conditions will reasonably assure the safety of the community. In support of this finding, the court provides the following reason.
And if you think that's wild, hold on to your wigs because it gets even wilder. Diddy is so desperate to get out, he's offering a $50 million bail package. Child, that's more money than most of us will see in 10 lifetimes. He even handed over his family's passports, but the judge isn't buying it. They think he might have a secret passport tucked away somewhere. And let me tell you something, Diddy knows once these witnesses start talking, it's over. The recordings from the Metropolitan Detention Center show he wasn't just trying to contact witnesses directly, which is a big no-no, but he was also trying to get people on the outside to do his dirty work. The judge took one look at all this and said, absolutely not. They're saying he's a danger to the public and the witnesses. And honey, that's not the kind of label you want when you're trying to get out of jail.
Has said we're going to put together the proposed bail package. A $50 million bond, co-signed by him, his mom, his sister, the mother of his oldest daughter, and his 3 adult sons. It's going to be secured by the equity in his property in Miami, Florida. Home detention, his passport will be surrendered. The government said that's insufficient. They said, look at the charges, look at the weight of the evidence that I just mentioned. They said they have allegations that he and his associates were trying to tamper with witness testimony last year so that they wouldn't cooperate with the government. What do you take away about who has a stronger argument in terms of bail?
Well, I think his counsel has done the best they possibly can. I think bringing him there voluntarily is very smart, starts them out on the right foot. But I think the last thing that you just mentioned, the interfering with witnesses.
That's the allegation, yeah.
Yeah, if that's true, or I should say, if there's real indicia that happened, I think that might tip the scales in favor of not letting him out pending trial, because I think, and you know this, I think judges take an extraordinarily dim view of that. And that might be the factor that tips the scale again.
Oh, but wait until you hear about this dramatic courtroom moment. Diddy's attorney, who's been standing by his side for months, just up and walked away in the middle of court proceedings. The tea is that this lawyer completely lost faith not just in the case, but in Diddy himself. Can you imagine how bad things must be for your own lawyer to say, I'm out, right in the middle of court?
Why is that not a fair outcome?
What he did here is on a magnitude of unlike anybody else you could imagine.
Now, let me tell you about this explosive recording from October 23rd that has everyone talking. They caught Diddy on a prison call, allegedly telling one of his sons to get rid of some pizza boxes. I know what you're thinking, pizza boxes? But honey, in this context, it's giving major evidence tampering vibes. The speculation around what those pizza boxes really mean has everyone's detective hats on.
Do not entertain none of this nonsense and nothing over the phone. I'm gonna need you to get rid of all the leftover pizza boxes. The what? All the boxes left over from the pizza. All the boxes. Okay.
And things just keep getting worse for Diddy. Evidence is pouring in faster than rain in a hurricane, with more people stepping forward to share their experiences with the music mogul. The accuser's lawyer is out here looking confident as can be, saying Diddy's chances of avoiding a life sentence are slimmer than a supermodel on a juice cleanse.
But I have all the confidence in the world and the federal court in the state of New York that they will remain keeping Diddy under no bond and that all of the victims in this case will be able to proceed.
Child, when I tell you the prosecutor came through with receipts, they found some serious evidence during that home search, and combined with all these accusations piling up, it's no wonder Diddy's lawyer ran out of that courtroom like it was on fire.
During those searches, agents seized evidence of the crimes charged in this indictment. They seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large capacity drum magazine. They also seized evidence of the freak-offs, electronic devices that contain images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims. And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs. More than 1,000 bottles.
But hold on to your pearls because this next part is shocking. New evidence has surfaced linking Diddy to some of the most disturbing deaths in music industry history. And here's where it gets even juicier. Courtney Burgess, who was close to Diddy's late ex-girlfriend Kim Porter, claims she's got flash drives that could blow this whole case wide open. And then we've got Lord Jamar spilling all the tea about the power players behind Hollywood's curtain. He's talking about this powerful LQBT group that's been pulling strings in the industry, making people play by their rules if they want to succeed. According to him, Diddy, or Puffy as he calls him, is part of what he's calling a gay mafia in entertainment. Let me tell you about what Freddie P revealed about how Diddy ran his empire because this tea is scalding. According to insiders, if Diddy didn't like you, your career was done before it even started. And honey, when I tell you Freddie P named names, he specifically called out Rick Ross and DJ Khaled as Diddy's accomplices in putting pressure on new artists.
What do I owe the pleasure? What do I owe the pleasure? The last time we've been together.
Come on, man. Khaled, Ross, all these niggas ain't never did a song with me. These the same niggas. When I first came back, Ross, I seen a nigga in the club, all white suit. Nigga stopped me going to the bathroom. Yo, what's up? Nigga love you, boy. Ooh, show big love. This before he was.
Speaking of Rick Ross, Freddie P shared this fascinating story about seeing Ross at a club, dressed in an all-white suit, acting all friendly before he got caught up in those powerful circles. The tea he spilled about how these industry players make their money. Child, it's not from record sales. It's all about those behind-the-scenes connections and resources. The details in this lawsuit are absolutely heartbreaking. There's an account of a female minor who was allegedly drugged at a New York City party where Diddy was present. What allegedly happened next is so disturbing I can barely say it. She was allegedly raped and multiple people at the party assaulted her. And then there's another victim, 26 years old, who got picked up in a black SUV from the airport, was given a drink, and woke up in a completely different situation. I mean, the level of organization in these alleged crimes is chilling.
People in these lawsuits, we're not going to do it in interviews. Very hurtful, frankly, if they are true. But if they're true, you shouldn't have been in the room and you shouldn't have been participating. So I anticipate that we're going to start filing lawsuits, and it may not be big names at first, but we have a long list of names. And you might imagine in situations like this, that when a victim tells us that this person was in the room or this person participated, we want to do as much due diligence as humanly possible before we file that case. Because in the United States, in almost every state, public filings are in fact public. And when you name somebody in a lawsuit, The press is going to pick it up, and we're aware of that. So we're going to make sure that we dot our I's and cross our T's, and I expect that there will be some people named in these lawsuits that will raise some eyebrows.
And if you thought that was shocking, wait until you hear what Diddy's former security guard Gene Deal had to say. He exposed how Diddy allegedly collected blackmail material on other celebrities. The way he described these tactics had everyone in the industry shaking.
Movies, they not gonna come out and speak on nothing that has anything to do with them, and they praying that they not on the tape doing crazy stuff, being oiled up in the whole 9 yards. They praying. So until the feds say, hey, yo, listen here. We got you on, hey, buddy, we got you on this tape, and girl looked like she was pretty young. We're not gonna show it, but we need you to come and testify against Brother Love, P. Diddy, Puff Daddy, you know, Sean Combs. That's when they're gonna start talking. And they're not gonna be talking in his favor. When the feds come to them and show them what they got on tape, because if he had 250 tapes all over, 250 cameras all over the house, somebody got caught stealing a cookie out the cookie jar. It could be your favorite pastor.
Now let me tell you about Diddy's surveillance setup, because it is wild. Gene Deal revealed that Diddy had 250 cameras. Yes, you heard that right. 250 cameras all around his house recording everything. He was apparently gathering dirt on everyone from pastors to politicians, and none of them knew they were being watched. Brother Love was playing chess while everyone else was playing checkers, always keeping those recordings for a rainy day.
It could be your favorite politician. But they didn't think they was being watched, and Brother Love was watching. So he always played those kind of up games on people. So to have those cameras and know what he was doing, it's gonna give him the ups on everybody who came to that party. Even your favorite basketball player. Ain't no party like a Diddy party. We know who said that. He may be one of the persons got caught up in the Diddy party.
LeBron said that, but yeah, you might be right. You know, it sounds like he had all them hidden cameras to use it against people.
I think that was said in the indictment, right? That was said in the indictment. You know, somebody, I think Dawn may have said that. I don't know for sure, and correct me if I'm wrong. He would, even if you didn't want to do something, he would tell the individual, well, I got you on tape doing it before. And the person would feel pressured in having to do something or come and do something at the party or be at the party because he already had him on tape right then and there. But what you think when you do it the second time? He's still gonna have you on tape.
Y'all, this is where the case against Diddy really starts to explode. Courtney Burgess, who was tight with both Diddy and Gene Deal, just testified in front of a federal jury. The authorities aren't playing around anymore. They're sending subpoenas to literally everyone who had any contact with Diddy during the time of these alleged crimes. And hold on to your seats, because this next part is shocking. Homeland Security got their hands on 8 video files spread across 11 different flash drives. The content allegedly shows Diddy in intimate situations with minors. When I tell you this evidence has the potential to bring down not just Diddy, but a whole network of powerful people.
Of what the witness says he saw on those tapes. So I asked him about that, and he answered what he could, given the limitations imposed on him after testifying before the grand jury. Out of those 8 videos, 8 celebrities, 6 men and 2 women, how many of those 8 celebrities were close to being underage or potentially underage?
2 males.
2 males. And of those 8 celebrities, how many of them were intoxicated or under the influence of drugs?
this is going to be all speculation. I just want to preface it by he wouldn't know if
Appeared
they
to be.
were. Right.
Sure.
Appear to
Let
be.
me
Right.
rephrase it.
Based on, yes.
Understand. Out of the 8 celebrities.
Now, the conversations around these recordings are raising some serious concerns. People are particularly worried about how many of the individuals in these videos were either just barely of age or potentially underage when they were recorded. And there's another disturbing element. Questions about whether any of the celebrities in these videos were under the influence of drugs or alcohol during their encounters with Diddy. The investigators are paying extra close attention to the condition of everyone recorded with Brother Love, trying to determine just how compromised they might have been.
Who were recorded having intimate relations with Sean Combs, how many of them appear to be either inebriated or intoxicated or under the influence?
All of them. All of them.
Out of those 8, how many appear to be potentially victimized? How many might have been victimizing?
I think all, to be honest, all.
Were victims
They
or
victims.
were perpetrating?
Victims.
They were all 8 were victimized,
Yeah,
meaning
victim.
this was happening to them and they were inebriated.
Right. Not knowing, I guess, how much proof it was in it, what they was doing.
And of those 8, how many seemed to be potentially minors?
2 to 3, possibly 3.
Child, as this trial approaches, everyone in Hollywood is on pins and needles. The public is literally holding their breath, waiting for the next bombshell to drop. And let me tell you something, this isn't just about Diddy anymore. This case is pulling back the curtain on some of Hollywood's darkest secrets, exposing a whole system that's been operating in the shadows for far too long. The questions on everyone's mind are explosive. What else is going to come out? How many more powerful figures are going to be exposed? And most importantly, how is this going to change Hollywood and the music industry forever? The world is watching this case closer than a hawk watching its prey, and honey, the implications of what's being revealed are sending shockwaves through every corner of the entertainment industry. Some of your faves might not be your faves anymore once all is said and done, and let me tell you something. With the trial being open to the public, we're about to see all the receipts. Every single skeleton in every single closet is about to come dancing out, and some of the biggest names in entertainment are probably shaking in their designer boots right now. This isn't just another celebrity scandal, folks. This is about to change the entire landscape of Hollywood as we know it. The power dynamics, the secret networks, the way business has been done for decades, it's all about to be exposed. Stay tuned, because this story is far from over, and something tells me the tea that's yet to be spilled might be the hottest we've ever seen. Keep your notifications on, because you know I'll be right here, ready to break down every single detail as this shocking case continues to unfold. This case has more layers than an onion, and trust me, it's making just as many people cry. Don't forget to drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this conversation is just getting started.